Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. This video is actually an update from a video we had as of yesterday in regards to a lot of these really big popular YouTubers. Critical is probably really big and mainly one you guys probably know from the YouTube scene, or may have at least seen the guys, seen the videos. Same thing with a lot of the big Twitch streamers such as like Miskiff, Asmongold, a lot of other various folks too as well. And as you guys if you guys do or don't know, they actually did go make and released a brand new PC company as of like literally yesterday. We made a video yesterday discussing these issues and kind of the community feedback and all that type of stuff. And obviously, if I ever go and cover up one story, I do sometimes want to go cover up the part two. And this actually kind of comes to a lot of their official public apologies, a lot of changes on their websites and everything else, which I will go and say is a really good and nice step in the good direction when it comes to them, handling a proper company. But as well, there's still a little teensy tiny bit of feedback I myself would still go and give. Although, as I mentioned, this is a step in the right direction, and I do appreciate a lot of these folks actually owning up to these kind of somewhat really bad price gouging that they did for their own consumers. So like I said, we got to give them a little bit of a thumbs up for them trying to fix stuff, adjust stuff, and make things a little bit better as well, especially for the community. But as well, I do kind of still stand by initial thoughts where a lot of these things were kind of somewhat pretty predatory, and as well, the price points were still pretty rough. So let's go talk about it all throughout this video. If you guys like this type of stuff, leave a subscription or leave your comments and thoughts down below, or just want to just like hearing all the casual drama going on, feel free to. So to kind of give you guys the really quick recap over here, there was just a bunch of really popular YouTubers, like some folks have over 10 million YouTube subscribers, which in my mind is pretty high up there. Same with the Twitch and Twitch communities where they have like collectively like 100 million subscribers. Like no matter what you say or think, it's pretty high up there. And the big thing with this is that they had all these PCs over here. These are all the price points, this is where everyone was looking at too as well. And you guys could actually go and see that these actually did have now different price points than what they were before. Before, as of yesterday, they were $9.99. I think this is the same exact price point. This was $2,500 and this was $3,500. So as of right now, and we'll get to like their official statement over here, it did go and seem like they did go and follow through on their price points itself. There's a pretty big actual like kind of clip over here, which I'm going to show you guys over here from Moist Critical or Charlie, which is literally right on top of this one right here.
The price is only dropping after backlash. I knew that brain dead take was coming. What is the point of criticism if you don't want to see a change? Do you just want to be mad? The whole point of criticism is to try and get change, which this has done. It brought to our attention that these prices aren't the same now as they were 8 months ago. So now we can adapt. We can change it and make it better. That's the whole point. Tomorrow there'll be a post that'll go more into detail about what changes are coming from the builds to the price, all of that. And I feel like that should be a very good thing to a lot of people that have no faith in businesses. I don't think you're going to see NZXT or iBuyPower turn around within 3 hours, like right after the conference, about like 2 hours later after seeing all the criticism. The entire board of OTK plus myself got on a call, went over everything, talked about what's not working, what we should change based on the feedback. So being able to be that flexible, I think, is a great thing, and I don't.
So as you guys can probably go and tell just from a few of the comments on this one, they were on the kind of pretty big, somewhat damage control type side, which I think is fine. Like if you have actually these critiques and issues being popped on up, I think it's very smart and nice for these actual YouTubers to have a chance to address it. Although there was a few kind of comments that I don't necessarily fully approve of. I don't want to be harping on them too much because I mean, they're fixing issues. They made statements and they're doing better. That's a big thumbs up for someone like me when it comes to all this stuff. But one thing that didn't go and know is that a lot of these other various companies would not, be so responsive. I would probably go and counterpoint that on number one, a lot of these really big name companies probably would not even most of the time end up in this issue or, have this drama, have this public backlash. They'd probably have a chance to at least go and look at the market, have a chance to look at competitors, look at price points, and probably have at least a few people go and sign off and check off and make sure everything was going good. And as well, too, if there ever was a big major drama, we'd probably see adjustments on that very quickly. Same with Artesian Builds. Although it wasn't necessarily the best statements out there, they were very quick and responsive when it came to a lot of their comments, when it came to, well, just everything with it. But as I said, I don't want to harp on these guys too much because on their official statements, they actually had a pretty nice, good comment and a lot of really good positive changes. And when it comes to these really popular YouTubers and such, I kind of have the same opinion as before. You should not really be milking your own community. And as well, if you're already a multi-millionaire, you can probably just try your best to almost have a little bit of a passion in what you're offering. So they have this statement over here where it states, to Starforge community, which is the PC company itself, we want to sincerely thank you for your support. feedback, questions, and excitement about our systems. When we set out to create StarForge, our goal was simple: to build the best PCs in the universe. After listening to feedback from the community, we'd like to announce some new changes to our product lines. And this is all good. Like, I'm not harping on them too much. I still think some of them are slightly overpriced still as well, especially if you compare it to other products and other companies, and just also building it yourself. But as a business, they do need to make money to pay people to live, etc. And at least they did go and listen to community reception. So starting today, their Horizon PC model, this was the really kind of mediocre one with the i3 10th gen CPU and kind of really mediocre GPU, will now be priced at $899 versus the original $1,000 price point. We've received your feedback on processing power for this unit and are working towards a processor upgrade in the near future, which is good. They probably just had a lot of stock. In all honesty, they probably just bought out more stock than they were expecting, and they also probably maybe overly invest into something that was more on the mediocre side. It's totally fine as long as they lower the price and make it competitive. I think they'll learn in the future. And I think as a company overall, I think it'll be better for them. Because like if you kind of have this mistake literally on day one, like this is like day 2 of the company, you literally do that mistake on day 1, it will probably never happen again, which I do think is nice. Like I think it's good for the consumers and the company itself. Additionally, our StarForge Horizon Elite PC will be priced at under basically $100 cheaper versus the original $2,500 price point. And then finally, our Horizon Creator Edition PC, the most expensive one, will henceforth be priced at $3,399, so a $100 decrease. And they will also be swapping out its RTX 3080 Ti with a 3090. So once again, I would say that's pretty good, especially with that being such an expensive price point for a computer. Like, that's ridiculous in my mind. So the fact that they're both lowering the price, good, as well as also improving the internals, great. I think that's very nice. We believe these changes better reflect our goal of providing competitively priced PCs, also allowing for the uncompromising quality and customer support that StarForge systems were built on. So I like this. And then one of the biggest things to note when it comes to good customer service, once again, I still think all of this is slightly overpriced. But that's okay. They're maybe trying to go and upcharge for a luxury brand, streamer brand name, etc., etc. And as well, they do have a business to run. They have to make profit. I get it. I myself would lower this price, and I probably would not buy these or recommend these price points myself. But at the end of the day, you could tell that they did respond pretty quickly, and especially to the community feedback. So those who have already purchased a Horizon Elite or Horizon Creator Edition PC, we got you. And I like this. Our customer care team has already begun to process the issues, issuing you refunds for the difference between the original values. So as you guys can tell, there's like a $100 price point difference. You're getting that money back. I'm going to assume they will also go and honor up the upgrade too as well on this PC, so you'd probably be getting both the double price decrease and your money back as well as the better GPU. I'm hoping so. I don't think they would not, because it'd probably just be another PR disaster, and at this point they're kind of more on the trying to save face as of this right now. Our customer care team has already begun the process, which is fantastic to go in here. We are truly humbled by the response yesterday and the number of supportive messages we've received. And to those with passionate feedback, please keep your voices loud. We're always listening and working to deliver the highest value PCs possible. So at the end of the day, I do think this is nice to see, mainly because, as I mentioned, these price points originally were way too expensive. I think this one was probably the most normalized price point, and as well, this is the one that obviously was just not changed. This PC was not worth it, in my opinion. This PC is slightly overpriced, but not too bad even now still. This one I would still say is probably not worth the buy. This is probably where they're getting the most markup and most money off of every purchase. But at the same time, they did also decrease the price point, great, and they did also improve the internals, great, and they also said they want to improve the internals for this one, which the CPU is probably one of the most lacking things when it comes to the internal PC side. So I gotta give this kind of a weird drama bomb, mainly because it was a one-day, really big, kind of a lot of critiques, and they did have a chance to sit down and talk about it and hopefully work out a better system. So do I still recommend you guys ever buy PCs off this website? In all honesty, probably not. I still think they're slightly overpriced, and you could probably do better with other already established PC building companies out there. Like, they usually have slightly better products and slightly better price points and slightly better customization, because you can still not customize these products. And as well, some places also have free shipping. You also have to pay for shipping on the StarForge website. So do I recommend the PCs? Not really. Do I recommend, like, if you get one, are you going to be that upset? No, you'll probably be fine. It'll probably be okay. And at the end of the day, I do respect companies that are more on top of the PR. seeing the issues and changing them, and at the end of the day, you got to give some good credit where credit's due, that they did at least try their best to go and, well, fix up some issues. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video itself, and props to them for addressing all this type of stuff in the first place so quickly. So I'll make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We got the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to follow, and all the usual various links like the Target links and such, and I appreciate you guys all so much for existing. Love you guys.